Alright, they asking for the queen. I'm a bad bitch, she's a savage. Look, while I twerk. No comparison.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a story time / get ready with me. This is not going to be my growing up story, but I have a video basically that ties into my toxic ex-boyfriend. If you have not seen any of those videos, it's 2 videos previously to this series. Go check it out in my playlist, Bougie Story. So I'm going to be putting on my wig today because I took down my braids because I want to do me some knotless braids next week. I'm just giving my scalp some time. So let's just jump right into it. This story time is about the time that a guy told me that he loved me after 2 weeks. Y'all, it literally was like 2 weeks, 14 days. Okay, so I'm doing my edges with this edge control. I got it from the beauty supply store. I don't know how I feel about it because I'm having to use other products to hold my edges down with it, but it works. So let's get into the story. Now, Rome, that's what I named him in the other video. Romy, something like that. Because I just don't want to say nobody's real names on here. Unless, like, it's my friend, like Leah. If I say her name on, I know she don't mind. But, okay. So, I dealt with him between the time of before my current boyfriend, Anthony. Me and Anthony been together 2 years. And, yeah, like, he was between Anthony and my ex before Anthony, right? Definitely on some rebound status. Now, I wasn't trying to be no player or nothing like that. I wouldn't even really consider myself a player. But when I explain it to people, people are like, yeah, Aisha, that's some player stuff to do to somebody. But in my opinion, it really wasn't a player stuff. Using some gorilla snot as well to help it. But, okay. Let's get into how we met. I met him on the same dating app I met my boyfriend on now. And he was looking for a hookup. I wasn't looking for a hookup because he was just oh shit. Okay, I had just dropped a lot of gorilla snot in my face. But he was looking for a hookup because he was trying to get over his wife. His wife had stepped out on him and started dating a whole nother man, and then like moved the dude into the house. Like, it was crazy. So that's the tip that he was on. He was just basically trying to get revenge on his wife. But it's like nothing beats your wife moving a whole nother man into the house and putting you out and your stuff. But he had his own car. He had 2 jobs. He had his own house. He actually had 2 cars, but one car had like busted windows and stuff that she busted out. So I knew going into things with him was going to be a little tricky due to the fact that his wife was crazy. I never dealt with the wife, never spoke to the wife. He lived alone in his own 1-bedroom. He lived alone in his own 1-bedroom apartment. So, like, I knew I would have been cool if I ever went to his house. But after what he did, like, I didn't want to meet up with him. Now, let me give y'all the breakdown on what type of dude Rome was. Rome was a hood dude. I'm talking hood. Talked hood, sounded hood, whatever you think of a hood man, a hood black man, that's wrong. So I didn't mind that. You know, he was a very attractive man. You know, like, he was cool, he was tall, he was really, really like brown toned. He was like 2 shades, I would say, darker than me. He wasn't dark skinned, he was very brown, like a true brown skinned man. And he was straight, you know. He was awesome. I liked his company, I liked his conversation. But I mean, after getting to know him a little bit more, I realized that that's the tip that he was on, you know, trying to get revenge back to his wife, trying to make her feel how he feels and how he felt. Now, since it's been 2 years since I've seen or talked to that man, I don't know if he's still on the same tip. But let's get into the first time he came over to my house. So the first time he came over, I was home alone. My best friend at the time was staying with me, and staying with me and my little brother, because me and my little brother had our first place together. And I was home alone for about 30 minutes with him by myself. And I wasn't nervous, you know, to meet him or nothing, because we had been on FaceTime. We had been on the phone together. Him and my best friend had spoke on FaceTime. They spoke on the phone together. So, like, we knew he was the same guy that was in the pictures. As always, do your friend checks, okay? So I'm now going to spray a little Got To Be spray. This is not Gorilla Glue spray. Tessica, get it together. But yeah, like he was straight. And like I told him, like I didn't want to do anything with him the first night because I knew what tip he was on. You know what I mean? Like I knew that you was just trying to come over here, you know, put another notch on your belt type stuff. And I wasn't having it. I wasn't down for any of that. So we didn't do anything that night. So he came over, we watched The Color Purple. And if you know, The Color Purple is a long ass movie. That movie is long for no freaking reason. And that's the movie he picked. So my brother, by that time, he came home. My brother was the one who actually picked it, him and my brother. And I'm like, y'all are some bimbos. So, okay, we're watching The Color Purple. And it's a vibe, you know what I mean? Like I said, he's a cool dude. But he didn't know that I had just broke up with Tay Tay. I think that's what I named him in the last video. He didn't know I broke up with Tay Tay. And like I told him, like, if my phone goes off and a dude texts me, I'm going to text him back. I don't have no commitment to you. Like, under those grounds of what I kept telling him, like, you can do whatever you want. If you're messing with another chick, that's cool because we're not doing anything. You know what I mean? But the third time he came over, we did do stuff. But I hate protection. He had protection. And we was protected, you know? And after that, the first time that we did stuff, he was like, I think I really got feelings for you. Now, me knowing that him and his wife are on the fritz and him not sure if they're going to get back together or not, I knew if I did get serious with him, it will all be very, very short-lived. So with me knowing that, I'm not taking any type of, I'm not taking anything he's saying. I'm just taking it with a grain of salt, and I'm just letting whatever his words is be what they be. I don't think I need to moisturize my face with all three of those moisturizers. Because I was so about to put this vitamin E oil on. You know what? I'm going to put some on my lips because I don't know where my chapstick is, and I still got to put on lip gloss. So, oh shit. It was running. So, after the third time we seen each other, we did do stuff. So, he would start texting in the morning after that on some, I miss you, baby. What you doing? Can I come over? Can I come see you? And I'm like, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you giving me pet names? Like, what's really up? What's going on? And he was like, I can call you baby. I was like, nah, not really, because this ain't that. I don't need you to get, you know, misunderstood with what I'm wanting here out of this situation with the two of us. And he was like, oh, okay, that's cool. All right. Like, all right. I'm not messed up about it. So boom. Let's continue. So we do it one more time. And that was the last time that we really did it. So he was like, he texted me one day and he said, girl, I think I'm in love with you. I called him and I knew he was at work. He said, he answered the phone. He was like, hold on, let me go to the bathroom and I could talk. I'm like, all right. I wait like 2 minutes. He's in the bathroom. He like, yeah, but baby, I love you. I don't know what I'm going to do without you. Can I come see you tonight? I said, wrong. I told you what I wanted and what I did not want before this whole situation started. I don't love you. He said, oh, for real? I'm like, bruh, yes, I don't love you. There's no love here. Love doesn't live here, like, at all. And he was like, you really playing me, like, for real, like, you're playing me hard. I'm like, I'm not playing you, because when this all started, I told you what I wanted, what I did not want, what I was not going for, and this is one of those things. And he was like, okay. And he hung up the phone. I'm like, okay. So he texted me back. He said, block my number. I'm like, you ain't said nothing but a word. Okay. So then it's a little bit after time I know he was getting off of work. And he was like, he called me from a text now number. And he was like, I had to download this app because you really blocked me. I said, yeah, I really blocked you. You told me to block your number. He said, okay, unblock my number so I can FaceTime you. I unblocked his number. We're talking. He said, well, I'm driving and I think I'm going to be around your way. I said, you don't know nobody over here, because he's from Chicago. He was like, yeah, but I know you. I'm like, so you want to come to my house? He said, can I? I'm like, yeah, I don't care. He was like, okay. So he comes to my house and we're talking. We didn't do nothing that day at all. And he was like, nah, but for real, like, I really think I got feelings for you. And I'm like, bro, no, you don't. Like, you only saying this because we did it twice and you're getting over your wife. Like, that's what this is. Like, I'm not stupid. And he was like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. He was like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what love is. Your ex didn't love you like I love you. I said, what's my last name? He said, you didn't tell me that. I said, okay, what's my middle name? You didn't tell me that neither. He said, well, on Facebook, it says Lovely Aisha. So is your middle name Aisha? I said, no. I was like, what's my brother's name? He was like, you got brothers? I'm like, so who you think that is in that other room? My friend? Do you think that's my friend? Because that's my brother. He was like, you asked me trick questions. I'm like, how are these trick questions? These are common questions. If you know me, you know names. You can give me, you know, the answers that I needed. So he's telling me like I'm playing games and all this stuff, this and that. And I'm like, I'm not playing games. It's just the fact that you told me that you love me after two times of us doing it. Like, I don't know if you think I'm young and dumb with this. Hey, Nick. Now, mind you, Rome is almost 30. He's probably 30 now because this was like a few years ago. He was like, you got me messed up. I'm tired of females playing my heart. Da, 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 da. I'm like, well, to be honest, you playing your own stuff because I never once told you that I was committed to you or was going to commit to you or nothing like that. And it's true, like, a dude can't be mad if a female has told them what they want out of their relationship and then they turn around and they realize that that same thing that they're saying they want from the relationship, the woman is now telling them, you know, stop trying to get so many feelings involved, like, because it's not necessary. And I never once told him I loved him. Like, y'all, I never once told him I loved him. I didn't give the feelings of love. I didn't give him none of that because I don't love him. I never did. This was a get over my ex type situation. And even in the midst of the time of me being around him, I messed up and I had sex with my ex and I thought I was pregnant, but really my birth control stuff was messing my period up and all that. But yeah, like I didn't think I gave him a feeling that I loved him. No. So okay, boom. But I'm gonna be honest, like I told him, if the circumstances was different and we actually was gonna be in a relationship and do the relationship thing, I genuinely feel like Rome would be a really good guy to date. Like, I'm not joking about it. Like, he's nice. He gives random like gifts. Like, he was really, really sweet. But under the grounds of I just went through 9 months of toxicness, I couldn't commit to nobody at that moment. I really couldn't. And this was like the summer of 2019. I met my now boyfriend like the end of July going into September. So like I couldn't commit to him because I did not want a relationship. I kept saying I don't want a relationship with him. It just wouldn't work out. Like, he's too much of a simp for me. Hood dude, looks intimidating, my type of type. You know what I mean? The only thing he was lacking was the chubbiness, and I love a chubby dude. And I got one. But he just was simping too hard for me. Like, it was too much whining. Not like him, oh my God, I want you, baby. No, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just whining as in trying to push to be in a relationship with me just so he can get backsies to his wife and prove that he can have kids with people. Like, that's what it was. And with me knowing that, I'm not about to commit to no dude like that. No, I'm not about to be your example for your wife so you can put a notch in your belt. That just wasn't what I was about. But my friend was even telling me, like, he's cute, yes, but with all what you're telling me, like, I wouldn't pursue him, even though I feel like this friend would have pursued him. And if it came to it and I allowed her to, I feel like he would pursue her and she would pursue him. But we had totally two different tastes in men. Her taste in men, I ain't even gonna go there. Never mind. Never mind. All right, let's get ready to put this wig on. But yeah, like, I don't think men who are trying to get over like a serious relationship like that should pursue women, because every woman may not be as strong-willed as I am to say no to a relationship with a man who you know is a good guy. It's just, you're not about to play with my feelings just to toy with somebody else's feelings. That's where I was at with it with him. And he was like, oh my God, women would to date me, basically. Like, I got women on the back burner. I could show you my phone right now. And I'm like, I don't care about none of that. I don't care. And then he kept saying, but you know our babies will look good. You know we'll have some nice looking kids. That may be the case. That may be the case for real. But you are not ready for a relationship. It just wouldn't happen. No. I don't know, y'all. I feel like I did the right thing by cutting him off. And he kind of like trickled into the relationship with me and Anthony, because when me and Anthony got together, like, he was still sending me text messages talking about I miss you on Snapchat, because I did block him on my phone. I just did not remember that I had him on Snapchat. So like, once I started posting myself and Anthony, I started getting messages, but I never checked my snaps. I really don't. So one day I was on Snapchat and me and my sister was texting back and forth on there, and I seen that I had some other messages I had not read before. So I'm going through them, and it's I miss you, and it was a bunch of like him swiping up. Because when me and my boyfriend got together, like, we would post on Snapchat a lot of us just doing random stuff. So he swiped up a few times and was like, oh, so this is the nigga that you left me for? I can't believe you, baby. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? So I showed my boyfriend. My boyfriend was like, I guess I gotta do the same thing to him I did to your ex. Because my ex, Tay, was sending me I miss you messages. I want to marry you. That's the dude that said he wanted to marry me, child. I was going to marry you. You messed us up. You messed all of our plans up. And I'm like, these niggas is crazy. But I'm like, yeah. In hindsight, it could have worked. But Rome was on some other stuff. Tay just, ugh. He was on some other stuff. He was a drunk, apparently. And what's crazy is, like, he would get crossfaded and then want to go drive, like, far places. I'm like, you asking to hurt yourself. But that is all for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I would have put on some earrings if I could find some. Thank you guys so much for watching.